Hello everyone, welcome back to Crazybear's Den. This is Crazybear and I'm playing through Super Dungeon Explorer Forgotten King. And we're picking up with episode 3. It's actually been a while since I've recorded. Had a lot of stuff going on in life. Made it kind of impossible to record here these last 2 weeks or so. But I'm back and we're going to continue where we left off last session. Now, there was at least one mistake that I need to correct last session. And the biggest one was that I forgot that you're only allowed to draw 3 loot cards each time. So I don't remember exactly which one was the last one, but this one was the last one. I ended up discarding it, but since it could change things a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put this one back on top of the loot card pile. So I'm going to put that right back over there. And I've got to remember that I should never have more than 3 on my backpack in a power-up phase, or I've drawn too many. Okay, so let's continue. So last time our characters, our heroes here, had destroyed the spawn and the let's see here, the mini boss had been spawned, and this is the salt mini boss. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is draw a console card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. Oh, wow. So it is a recover card. Remedy, remove all status effects, and mend, remove 1 wound token. Well, nobody's been damaged, but this is fantastic for me, which means they don't move and they don't attack this turn. This is excellent. A very nice stroke of luck there. So then we get to move back to the hero's turn. And another error that I knew that I caught from last time, and somebody on YouTube, I forget exactly what the name was. Hang on, let me have my YouTube video right here. Let me look it up. It was user Parish Curfew. Nice username, by the way. Let me know about the too many loot cards. And then the other thing is, the character that didn't get to go last turn should always go first on the next turn. So that character is Princess Emerald. So she's going to go first. I'm going to mark her. And then I think in order to try to kill Salt, because he has 7 wounds, I need to deal as much damage as possible. I'm going to go ahead and use my Mistborn Shaman. He has a pretty decent armor right now and some great will going on for him, so that's who we're going to go with. Okay, so Princess Emerald's turn is first, and she is going to, I think I want her to be able to use her ability, which is scope, and then take a great shot at him. So we're going to use scope on Salt. Now scope has a range of 8, so I need to be able to make sure that I can get within range. He's actually on these 4 squares right here. So this wall is blocking my line of sight, so she really needs to come up over here in front of the shaman in order to get a good line of sight. So she's going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's going to move right here. So now she has a great line of sight. I can draw one. right there. So she has line of sight to him. She's going to use scope. And so that is her dexterity versus his armor. And what that does is it gives the model Bane, which means they just have to discard the highest roll anytime it makes a defense roll. So this is going to, well, in arcade mode, it just removes 1 of his armor. So it's going to make him easier to hit. That's very important right here. So to do that, she uses her dexterity, which she's got 2 blue, 1 red, and then plus her silk gloves is 1 additional red. So that's 2 blue dice and 2 red dice, and she is looking to beat an armor of 4. So she needs 4 or more stars to get it. Oops, that one fell off. And unfortunately she fails. She only got 3 stars and 2 hearts. That's unfortunate. Darn, I was really looking forward to getting that. So that's one of her actions. She only has 3 altogether. I'm just going to set this box here to make these rolls. So with her last 2 actions, she's going to use Stinging Shot, which she has a range of 8, and she gets to add 1 red dexterity die as well. So she's going to be rolling 3 red dice, 2 blue dice, and let's see if we can't get him with a Stinging Shot. Remember, I'm trying to equal 4 or better, and as you can see, I got 5. Okay, so that's great. So she damages him for 1. So we're going to put 1 heart token right there on him. And then she also adds a status effect, Ice. And Ice says a model suffering ice may not use unique actions. And that's very helpful because we're going to put this ice icon on him because his unique actions are extremely bad. Okay, so that's her turn. She's got, I believe, she's got a move left, but she's not going to use that. Since she did damage him 1, she gets 1 Wrath token. So I'm going to move 1 from the Royal Warden over to her. And then we're going to move to the Mistborn Shaman. So his turn, he needs to get a line of sight, because right now, I don't think heroes block line of sight. But I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm going to move him around. And he's going to use a couple of different things. He's actually just going to be attacking a couple of times here. So 1, 2, 3, and he's going to move right here. Actually, that might be a bad move. So he's going to stay right there. And he has line of sight too. And he's going to just use a basic magic attack, his will. So he's got 2 red dice and 3 blue dice. So put 1 of these red back and get a blue. So he's going to attack. And that is a terrible roll. And he does not hit Salt. Okay, so he's going to try again. Come on, let's get a better roll. Yes, that's much better roll. So he got 5. And he deals 1 more wound, which gives him another Wrath token. And then finally, he's going to try to attack again once more. Come on, dice. Excellent, and he hits. He just gets 4 armor, or he gets 4, which meets his 4 armor, so he gets 1 more wound on him, and a heart and a potion pop out, but we need neither at this point. Our heroes are all fully healed, and they've all got the maximum amount of potions that they can have. Now for the console turn, I'm going to draw from the console deck. We get Grind. Horde. Spawn command affects all distributed spawning points, so even the ones that are not activated. And then it says spawn. Now unfortunately we've got everything, or fortunately for us, we've got everything spawned that's available at the 2 remaining spawn points. And there is no move or attack action, so once again we are lucky he is staying here. Ha! That's fantastic. So now we've got to decide, alright, we know that the Royal Warden is going to be going this turn. And by the way, I skipped the power-up phase because we didn't have any power-ups to do. So the Royal Warden is going to go, and then I think I'm actually going to make the Princess Emerald go because I want to see if I can't get the Bane on him. I believe that at the end of the turn, the power-up phase, the status effects went away. I don't believe he's frozen anymore, so I'm going to take that off. And so remember, we've done 3 damage to him out of his 7. I'm going to go ahead and just put these kind of behind him, just so you can get a better view of what's going on here. Princess Emerald is going to go right after the Royal Warden, because remember, Royal Warden didn't get to go last turn, so he is now going this turn. So he's going to step up 1 so that he has line of sight. And he is going to use his crossbow. Yeah. So he's going to use one of his actions to shoot a crossbow. You know, actually, I gave him the Ogre Mace. It would actually be better if he moved forward and attacked with his Ogre Mace. Yeah. So let's move him then. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going right here, right next to Salt, and he is going to use his Ogre Mace. So he's going to use just a basic melee attack, and he has 3 strength, and with his mace, his Ogre Mace, he has 1 red die as well. So we're going to try to beat 4 here, and we did that very well. We got 6, so he does 1 damage to Salt, and that means he gets 1 Wrath token distributed to him. He is going to attack Salt again. Oops, that went out of the box. Didn't matter, 1 star, so no damage that time, and he's going to attack 1 last time. And again, just 1 star, so no damage to Salt. That's unfortunate. At least we got 1 good wound in. Now Princess Emerald is going to go, and once again she is going to attempt to use her scope action. And it is a Dex versus his armor. And she's got 2 regular Dex and 1 red die for Dex, and then she's got 1 additional red die for her silk gloves. Come on. And she just made it. So she got 4 stars, and we are applying the Bane effect to him. So we are applying the Bane token to him, and that means he has 1 less armor. Next, she's also going to try to use Stinging Shot again because we want him immobile. He hasn't gotten to move so far, but, I mean, not immobile. We don't want him to be able to use his unique action. So we're going to try this again, and she gets her dex plus 1 red die, so that means she's rolling 3 red, 2 blue. And excellent. She got plenty of stars there. So she deals 1 wound, and again deals the frost, the ice effect, where he cannot use his unique action. Which also means that she gets a wrath token for that. And she has used all of her abilities. So now it's back to the console turn. Here I'd normally do a power up, remember, right before the console turn. But they have no loot. They've still not killed anything. And let's see what the console turn has in store. Lag. Fight 1. So they can't move, but they can fight. So this doesn't look good for the Royal Warden. These guys back here can't move anywhere. And the only one that can attack is Salt. And the only person that he can attack is the Royal Warden. Well, let's see. I take that back. He has a range of 3. So he can actually attack the Shaman. Since Salt has 2 action points with a range of 3, and since the Mistborn Shaman has the most wrath, he has 3, while the Royal Warden only has 1. Salt is going to attack the Mistborn Shaman. So now we're going to compare his 4 strength of the Mistborn Shaman, and we're going to roll 2 defense rolls for the Mistborn Shaman to see if he, or armor rolls, to see if he is wounded. His armor is 2 red plus 1 blue from the Dirty Penny. So we're looking for more than 4 in order to not take a wound. Aha! There's 6, so the first attack misses. And let's see about the second attack. There is 4, so not quite enough. The Salt is able to wound the Mistborn Shaman. And we take 1 of the wound counters and place it on the Mistborn Shaman. Now the others are too far away to attack. And now we go back to the hero turn. And I just had to look at the rules again because I wanted to check if these 2 status effects, Bane and Ice, go away at the end of the turn, like I had said earlier. But that doesn't look like the case. It looks like they either have to draw a special card, such as the one that we saw earlier, which was Recover, or use a potion or something. So those effects are going to stay on there. The Mistborn Shaman is going to be going first this turn. And I think I will let the Royal Warden go as well, so that maybe he can maybe get some hits in and then back up some, just in case Salt can't move again this next turn. The Mistborn Shaman is going to just use his will to cast a spell. That means he gets 2 red due to his items and 3 blue due to his card. He's going to roll these, and because the Salt has the Bane on him, he only has to get 3 stars or better, which he did. He also got a heart, which means he can heal his wound that he had on his card. And he deals 1 damage to Salt, which causes him to get another Wrath. He has the most Wrath. He may not get it down. Again, he's going to attack for a second time. And he got 4 stars and a heart. And that is enough to kill Salt. That's 7 wounds. And that destroys this mini-boss. Now, a couple of things happen when this mini-boss is destroyed. First of all, they get a red treasure card. Okay. Ooh, Cloak of Wards. I am going to put this on backpack. Secondly, because we've destroyed a mini-boss, the monsters get just a little bit harder. They now get +1 armor to all their arms, to all the units. And finally, he gets another Wrath token. He would get 2 if there were 2 left, but all 5 now are moved over to him, so he has the most Wrath. And then he is going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to pick up this Princess Coin, which can be used to heal a player if needed, or a character if needed later. And that's a good turn. Now it is the Royal Warden's turn, and he is going to move up here close enough to shoot at the creeps. I mean, not the creeps, the minions up here. So let's do that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should give him, yeah, that gives him line of sight here and line of sight here, but not, let's see here, yeah, line of sight here, line of sight here, but not line of sight over here. So he can make 2 attacks basically. And these creatures are skull bats, and they're minions, and they only have 1 health and 2 armor now. That they normally would only have 1 armor, but they've got 2 armor now. And so we're going to use his attack. So he is using his dexterity, and he's going to use his crossbow. So that gives him 3 blue dice, and that's it. That's all he has. So let's do that. Excellent. He got 3 stars. So he destroys this skull bat. I'll put it back over here. Now he's going to shoot at this one. Wow! And he got 6 stars. So he destroys this one as well. And he's got 1 action left. But he cannot, well, I guess he cannot. He cannot see anyone else. I guess he could move up. Let's move him 1 right here. Oops. And then 1 right here. And then he would be able to have line of sight to this one. And he's going to attack 1 last time. And he only got 1, so it didn't really matter. And that's it. So that's it for our hero turn. And I believe we're going to just go 1 last console phase before we call it a wrap for this episode. So let's look at our console card. Okay, combo: move, unique, and fight. So all the creatures get to move, and if they had a unique action, they can use their unique action, and they can also use their fight action. This may not be very good for us because we've got the Curse Coven and their Skull Bats, and as you can see, they both have unique actions. Oh, and least I forget, I need to move 2 of the Wrath tokens back over to the Royal Warden. And because he destroyed 2 creatures, 2 minions, he gets to draw 2 loot cards, which one is the Wizard Wand, the other is Chainmail. So I'll put these over here on our card, and since now we're at the end of our hero turn, we're going to resolve the power-up. So I'm going to pull the hero card, or the power-up cards that we have here, the treasure and 2 loot. So we've got a Cloak of Wards, a Chainmail, and a Wizard Wand. What we are going to do is we're going to put the Chainmail on the Royal Warden. So that's going to go right here on him. And then we are going to put this Cloak of Wards. Man, that gives 1 green armor. That is awesome. I really want it to go to either the Mistborn Shaman or the Emerald Princess. The Mistborn Shaman sure is racking up the wrath, so I think I'm going to put that on him. And again, I'm going to just discard the wand because nobody really needs it at this point. So I'm going to put this Cloak of Wards here on the Mistborn Shaman. Okay. That's the power-up phase, and now we are going to actually do this command that we were about to do before I realized that I needed to do the other actions that I had forgotten. So let's do move, then unique, and fight. The Curse Coven are going to move towards the person with the most wrath, and right now that's the Mistborn Shaman. They only need to get within 4 range of the Mistborn Shaman, so really all they need is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So they need to be here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and they need to be there. So they fly, so they're going to fly 1, 2, 3. You're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they had easily enough movement for that. They had 6 movement. And then the Skull Bats are going to move. And they're just going to move up 1. Let's see here. 1, 2. They have fly as well. 3. So right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. They are gathering. Actually, he's going to move over here so that he's still within 2 of his elite unit. So now they're going to do their unique action, which the Curse Coven is Transmogrify. So strength versus will to shape-shift target hero into a miserable toad. That's not good. I hope that they are unsuccessful. Their strength right now is a 3. So I have to roll at least a 4 in defense. So they This one is targeting, they're all targeting the Mistborn Shaman. Okay, so the Mistborn Shaman, it's against his will. Oh, thank goodness, he has strong will. So he's got 2 red and 3 blue on will. So the number he's looking for is 4. Easy. Easily made. You guys can see that, right? Yeah. Sorry. So now the other one is also going to try to transmogrify him. Oh no. Oh, that is awful. Actually, I just checked the rules again, and you actually have to exceed the defense value. So since she made a defense, or since the Mistborn Shaman made a defense roll of 3, yeah, so the Mistborn Shaman is actually able to defend. And I don't know how that would have changed some of my earlier attacks. That might have changed some of my earlier attacks against Salt. Again, it's hard to remember. I'm coming straight from, playing D&D, where if you meet the armor value, it's considered a hit. And I have to remember that in Super Dungeon Explorer, you have to exceed the armor value in order for it to be a hit. So with his 3 stars, he is able to resist being turned into the frog, which this is great for us because it was very troubling. Next is the unique command for the Skullbats, and wow, their unique command is just Doom. After resolving Doom, destroy 1 Skullbat in the game. So it doesn't look like they have to roll anything. They just automatically give Doom to the Mistborn Shaman. That hurts. And we're going to destroy 1 Skullbat in the gang, as it says on its character sheet. Now they're going to do their regular attack. They are still forming a gang here. So each Curse Coven gets 2 attack on each elite. Gets 2 attack on the Mistborn Shaman. So he needs a 3 or better in his armor. Now his armor is 2 reds, 1 blue for his... Oh wow. I forgot. He has a dirty penny, which the dirty penny says no Doom. No Bane, I mean. Never underestimate a bad penny. So he is not suffering the Bane. Since the Bane was not applied, then I'm going to set this Skullbat back out, because it only says to destroy a Skullbat if after resolving Doom. And since Doom was not placed on anyone, I am going to not destroy it. Okay. So now they're going to attack him. And he gets 2 red armor, 1 blue armor from the Bad Penny, and 1 green armor from the Cloak of Ward. Excellent. He has no trouble fending off the first attack. He does have trouble fending off the second attack and ends up taking 1 wound. There. So there's a wound that's going on him. So now the 2 attacks from the other Curse Coven. And again, no trouble there. That was actually a blink. Fins off the first one. And easily fins off the second one as well. And that is it, because I do not believe the minions attack. But I'm going to have to check. Yes, that is correct. The minions do not attack. Now we are back to our hero phase. But I think at this point we've had a long enough video. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, this is Crazybear. Thanks for watching, and please leave me some comments on how you liked the video and if there's anything I can do better. One of the things that I did do is I added some light, because I know that some people had said it was too dark, and I apologize for that. So I added a little bit of light in here, and hopefully that helps. So again, thanks for watching.